Shalom Akim, all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the Apostles of Great Millstone. Citation to you, Akim, doing the work in truth and sincerity. This article is Military Times. Up to 21,000 National Guard troops now authorized in D.C. for Biden's inauguration. And this was a week ago. We know the inauguration was today or earlier, and it's already popped off. And it was somewhere around 26,000 troops, more troops in the capital than over in Iraq. So, hey, and if you're in the know, you know the real reason for it. You know, this is about to be a takeover. Basically, it's about to go down. However, that's not exactly the subject that I wanted to talk about. I'm actually talking about Isaiah 33 and 6. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. Now we're talking about treasures, man. Treasures, riches, wisdom and knowledge. What wisdom and knowledge is going to be your stability? The wisdom and knowledge of the Bible. Wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That's going to be your stability because you know what's going on. Because right now, we are definitely in that time, man. We're coming into the beginning of Jacob's trouble. We're coming into Esau about to, be as a madman, spoiling and sparing none. We're coming into some harsh times now. And of course, as it is written, the Lord's servants shall eat. We're coming into the famine that's coming. We're coming into some very harsh and interesting times because we are at the end of this thing. The end of this thing meaning the end of Esau's kingdom, which is going to be the beginning of the kingdom of heaven. This is it. We're coming into those times where Esau knows he has but a short time. So he's about to really dive in head first with this new world order thing, this great reset thing. And a lot of people is going to die during this thing, Lord willing. Hey, it'll end by the end of the year, However, hey, we coming into those times. And it looks like the next president, or this Biden, the president-elect, is the one that's going to bring it in. First day he signed into executive order, people must wear masks and must social distance. So what is that going to lead to? That's going to lead to riots already. And then there was an interview with, I believe it was Tucker Carlson, and I don't remember the black guy's name, but they took the interview down like hours after it aired, and that was mainstream, So we're coming into that time. So I'm reading it again, Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. Strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. Hey, that wisdom and knowledge is the strength of salvation, man. The salvation that is within Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. That is our wisdom and knowledge, man. We know the scriptures. The Lord chose us for this duty, and we are doing it. However, many are called and few are chosen. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. But this wisdom and knowledge is what's going to be our stability in these times to come. So, I also have Psalms 119 and 124 I'm going to start at. Deal with thy servant according to thy mercy, and teach me thy statutes. I am thy servant. Give me understanding that I may know thy testimonies. It is time for thee, Yahweh, to work, for they have made void thy law. In this place, America is void of the laws of the Lord, man. You got all types of abominations out here living it up. Wickedness is flourishing, while righteousness is condemned. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above fine gold. Therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, because yes, all the precepts of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai written in the Bible are all right. All of the precepts are right. And I hate every false way. 129, thy testimonies are wonderful, therefore doth my soul keep them. The entrance of thy words giveth light, it giveth understanding unto the simple. So hey, if you don't want to be simple, learn this word, man. Matter of fact, time is running out. We're at the door. What is it? As it is written, what is it? The end is nearer than what we first believed. We're near to the end of this thing. Brothers, of course, the brothers can clearly see what's going on. Can clearly see that we're near the end of this thing. You know, the mark of the beast is about to be pushed. And after that, one last prophecy. And that is the end. And that is what we hope for. That is what we're waiting for. Why? Because when the end comes, the sooner the end comes, the beginning of the kingdom of heaven comes. Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. And, hey, Jake out there is getting nervous now. Hey, you better, if you're part of the elect, you better get into these scriptures, man. If you're part of the elect, you better start, hoping in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. And when I say Jake is getting nervous, yes, Jake is getting nervous. Jake see all of these things going down. But guess what? 2/3 is still hard-headed. And we're about to come into that time where they're going to sell you men of the Lord out. They're going to give you up to the authorities. Why? Because they want to keep America going just that much longer, which it ain't going to work. However, we're coming into those times. This is Matthew chapter 19, Matthew chapter 6, verse 19, Salakia. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. There you go. Wisdom and knowledge shall be Isaiah 33:6 again. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So where your treasury is, which it should be in the fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that's where your heart or your mind will be. Lay up yourselves treasures in heaven. In other words, learn this word, do and teach it. And that's where your mind will be. It'll be set on the laws, statutes, and commandments, the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's where your heart ought to be. And he will reveal unto you all things. Because yes, we didn't just learn this, it was revealed unto us. Why? Because the Lord chose us to know it. Otherwise, none of us would know anything. So this is where your treasures should be. This is where your mind should be. This is your true high value right here. This is where your heart needs to be. Because everything that you know right now is about to change. Everything. America, aka Babylon, is about to go down. And everything you know is about to change. This is Luke 18, starting at 24. And when Yahushua saw, matter of fact, let me start at 21. And he said, and it's talking about the rich man. And he said, all these have I kept from my youth up. Now, now when Yahushua heard these things, he said unto him, yet lackest thou one thing. Sell all that thou hast and distribute unto the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. And come follow me. And when he heard this, he was very sorrowful, for he was very rich in the currency of the world at that time. You can fast forward to now. That would translate into dollars. He was very rich with what so-called money. And I say so-called because the money that we are dealing with right now is not real money, but that's another lesson for another day. However, they would call it, money. He had a whole lot of money. And when he heard this, he was very sorrowful, for he was very rich. And when Yahushua saw that he was very sorrowful, he said, how hardly shall they that have riches enter the kingdom of the Most High. Why will they hardly enter? Because they don't want to let go of the riches they have in this world. At that time, he didn't want to let go of the riches he had in that world, and he knew it. And he had a hard time giving that up. So, hey, he didn't store his riches in heaven. He didn't store his treasures in heaven. His treasures was the riches of the world at that time. Just like a lot of you, your treasures are the riches of this world right now. Hey, that's finna change. It's gonna turn what we know about the mark of the beast. All the riches in this world, which you consider money, is about to turn into the mark of the beast. And without the mark of the beast, you won't have any riches. So everything is going to change on its head. So your riches, if you treasure them in this world, then hey, you're going to want this world to stick around, and you're going to fight to keep this world. And guess what? You're going to lose. 2/3 of our people treasure this world, and guess what? They're going to die with this world. This is Luke 17, starting at 17 and 20. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of the Most High should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of the Most High cometh not with observation, neither shall they say, lo here, or lo there. For behold, the kingdom of the Most High is within you. So you so-called Negroes, Indians, Latinos, hey, you are the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because the kingdom of heaven is the children of Israel, starting with Yahushua, and then on down. The kingdom of heaven is the children of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Indians, Latinos, and the speckled bird around the globe. That's who the kingdom of heaven is. So you don't have to observe the heavens to see the kingdom of heaven. It is within you, you so-called Negroes, Indians, Latinos, which are the children of Israel. Moreover, the elect, that 144,001/3. And we're coming to the end of this lesson. I got a couple more scriptures I wanted to bring out. First is going to be Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? What is the end of the world? The end of one age and to the beginning of another. When Yahushua comes back, that's the beginning of another age. It also marks the end of this age, the end of Esau's kingdom, and the beginning of the kingdom of heaven, when Yahushua returns. Okay, let's see what it says. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. The churches have already begun that, and it's gonna ramp up because people don't know what's going on right now. They don't have that knowledge and wisdom to know what's going on. So a lot of people is going to be deceived by these churches saying that they have the anointed. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all of these must come to pass. And we've been hearing that. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. This is all the beginning. And we've been through the beginning, man. We're almost at the end of the beginning of sorrows. Because the famines and pestilence has to come. And famines have already started, and pestilence has already begun. We already know what the pestilence that's begun is. This is all the beginning of sorrows. Then, which is coming up now, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, because we coming into that time. They're for them to deliver us up to be afflicted. People are going to say, "Oh, it's all the fault of those men that's prophesying on the corner, on the streets." This prophecy is about to come to pass. Matter of fact, it's been coming to pass. Because even in this camp, as this camp is considered a small camp, they've been delivering us to be afflicted. However, the whole prophecy wasn't fulfilled just yet. And shall kill you. The martyrs are going to come down. The martyrs is about to happen. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. We're coming into that time. We're almost at the end of the beginning of sorrows. We're coming into the time of Jacob's trouble. However, Isaiah 33:6, and knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. This is what we know. We know what's going down, and that's the fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is our treasure. And the last scripture I'm going to get is Matthew 13:10. And the disciples came and said unto them, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So consider yourself blessed to have this knowledge and to believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, because it was given unto us to have this faith and this knowledge and know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. So, with that, I hope you Akim were edified. Until the next time, all praise and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, B'Shem Kodash. Double honors to the Apostles, Great Millstone. Salutation to you Akim, doing the work in truth and sincerity. Shalom.